Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the ASC Colony live stream. My name's Adam. That's Brendan. One of these days, I'm going to figure that out.
Before we say anything, Benjamin, thank you. You are always in here. You're always liking our stuff. I appreciate you, man. You are today's VIP.
You the real VIP. Wow, 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 wow. We need some sound effects. But yeah. Yeah, thanks, Ben. But yeah, we kind of had an impromptu, decided to do kind of an impromptu live. Well, I mean, you decided to. I just decided to join you.
Yeah, I told you didn't have to join me. I just felt, we didn't. I figured if we're not going to do any more, I want to get one more in before. We'll do something the last week, whether it's the 30th, the 31st, whatever, this month, just as a prelude to 2022. I got some ideas for that. I'll go over with you in a bit afterwards. But I want to do something pre-Christmas to take care of those couple of weeks. I am going to post probably some old stuff over the next couple of weeks for our lives. But I thought, and I've struggled with tonight, I was like, do we do anything or not? So I thought, let's talk at Christmas. Christmas is only a couple of weeks away. And what do you want? What do you want?
I want a new chair. I was thinking about that.
Well, yeah, I need that too.
I need a new chair.
But I'm talking more along the lines of, Demon just happened, so new stuff came out then. If you could have it, what would it be? If money was an issue, and if it wasn't, let's talk two different things: something reasonable and something non-reasonable.
I'd like a new chair in an underwater habitat.
All right, you don't want to play along this one.
What? Okay, so you're saying, in regards to ASC Colony, what do I want?
And first off, we don't have to jump straight into this. I just wanted to preface it. But anyway, how are you doing?
Glenn wants the habitat.
Yeah. Yes, Glenn.
We get it.
Get off our backs, Glenn. We're working on
it. I would like.
First off, I asked you how you are.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted. I'm all right. I'm like half a week into a 2-week notice, so I mean, new changes for Adam come 2022. So it's been bittersweet, been all over the place, but ready for some new changes in my life. But otherwise, I mean, yeah, just keeping busy. Got a new tattoo yesterday.
Yeah. Getting all tatted up. And it took like all of 5 minutes. So I was say it didn't look like it took that long.
My wife came with me because my kids were going to get their ears pierced at the same time, but the guy wasn't there to do the piercings. But she's like, I'm going to run home real quick and then I'll come back. So, and we live half a mile from the tattoo place. She ran home to grab it was something for my daughter. Then I came back and it was already done. She's like, oh, I thought you were just messing with me. It's like, no, done.
So did she get a tattoo then too?
No. She said she claims she wants one. She just doesn't know of what and where. So.
All right. Well, good deal.
That's me. What about you? How are you?
I mean, you know how I am. So, I mean, I got some medical things come up. I'm a person, I'm never sick. I never sick like that. So I just don't go to the doctor. And I decided to go to the doctor because I hadn't been in a long time. And they found a bunch of different problems with me. So I got to take care of those things now. Nothing serious. It's just neglect.
Minor hiccups in the road.
Neglect. So I got to take care of those things. So that's a nice, and because my birthday is also in a week or something like that, a little over a week. So great way to enter my birthday here is all that by starting December with finding out I got a bunch of nonsense in my life.
But it could be worse.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm not complaining. I'm happy. I'm honestly happy about the stuff they found out because I'll be healthier.
It explains some of the things that you've been fighting anyways. So
wow, I'm so tired all the time. But anyway, needless to say, we won't get into our personal issues.
No,
we're here for a purpose. we're here for a purpose, and it's not to talk about me.
It all started
talk
in your
about-
childhood.
Yes. Anyway. So yes, no, back on tasks here. What do you want, Adam? You want a habitat, but let's be a little more specific than vagueness like that. Let's dive into it. It is the holiday season. Let's be festive about it.
I want, and maybe this ties in with it, I don't know. I want to swim with sea turtles and stingrays.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'd like to have a habitat that's by those. Because I think stingrays and sea turtles are the coolest thing. Those are like my favorite animals. My kids always ask me what my favorite animals are, and I always tell them sea turtle. But like, you know, that's a super easy question to answer when you're a little kid. You know, you're like, oh, I like dragons, even though it's not a real animal. But I mean, it's like, well, like as you get older, you're like, I don't really have a favorite animal. Like, you have pets and stuff. You're like, oh, I like my pets, but you know, like, I don't know. But yeah, I like a good sea turtle. And I think they're really cool. I think, and coming up tied with them, a whale shark. Whale sharks are cool too.
Yeah.
All three of those would be really cool if I'd ever be able to have a chance to see them and or swim with them.
Now, would you want to swim close if you could touch them?
If I could do so in a responsible way. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to interfere and make anything.
Wait. Wow, Glenn. Good for you. I'm assuming it's not the Santa Claus career. Or maybe it is. Maybe be a full-time Santa Claus and travel the world.
Yeah. Dun sharks, whale sharks, and manatee. Whale sharks are at the top.
Yeah. I think the next shirt design with animals is going to be probably a manta or a stingray. Just to let you know. I think that's what we're going to do next. So, yeah.
Very cool.
My sister and her husband on their honeymoon, they went on a cruise, and there's a picture of them with a ray.
Still be a sidebar. Oops.
Nice. So that's for your, because that's easily doable. It's just you go to a place where you can do that, and that's easily doable. There's a lot of places that do that. So what's your big one? What's the one that's going to take quite a bit of money to do?
Quite a bit of money.
And while we're thinking here, Glenn, what about you? An easy, affordable.
Well, hold on. We didn't ask him what his. He said he seeks wisdom.
Okay.
What's your?
Couple parts
here. To ask it, and we'll.
Yeah. Well, I want to answer all of them. What's your affordable
question?
Affordable, and your big one, and also what's your thing that you need wisdom on? And while you're writing that out, Adam, go ahead with your bigger one.
Bigger one. Man, that's tough. The bigger one, I think it would be cool to have not only like just an underwater habitat, but like an underwater like station or like a community, like maybe kind of like not necessarily even like a hotel, but like just like a resort, like an underwater resort.
Like how many people resort?
I'd say quite a few, because I mean, I'd say like maybe like a few hundred would be kind of cool.
Holy cow, that's huge.
But hear me out though, like because when I think of like a resort, I think of like, okay, you have like a restaurant you can go to, like a bar. There's
ooh, Brian's got a good one there. A Visademo's Garden. That'd be very cool.
That's S Babe's big one too that he likes. He's talked about that quite a few times. It's Nemo's Garden.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
And whatever that one is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is either. But yeah, Nemo's Garden would be very cool. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, you need them. So you never have to. If you didn't want to, you never have to go up topside. Gotcha. So it would be almost like a colony then.
Yeah. But I don't
And
have
then,
to go to work.
well, unless your work was underwater.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
I just want to have fun. That's all I'm interested in.
And then Glenn's got go back to diving and able to balance my optimism against my want to and abilities that have faded over the years. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get the second one is that's not a money thing. That's just a age and physicality more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Until they can put your brain in a robot body. It's only going to be 5 foot tall.
Yeah. Malik tires like it's licorice.
Yes. So, yeah. And hey, thanks for chiming in, Brian. I know you usually watch it, but you usually only post. So, thank you, man. I'll say for me, mine was harder for the affordable one was harder than the big one because there's so many things out there that are. And once again, I think define how you define. Hey, Marty, haven't seen you for a while.
Happy holidays to you too.
Yeah, man. It was hard because there's so much gear out there I'd love to have. I'd love to have a deep flight submarine. Those things I think are beautiful. Once you that's like $1 million, so it's not really affordable, but that's all good, man.
We get it. We've been there.
We do. Yep, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, obviously I want a Tesla, but once again, that's not aquatic theme, oceanic themed, but no, I think like with Glenn, I would love to dive more. That's something that's affordable. It's just I'm so tight with my money. I don't put money into doing things I enjoy doing at all. So that's one of those things where I should be more. Especially now that I live closer to the ocean than I ever have. I should be out diving more than I have. Obviously, one of them is and I was thinking about this to spend more than a night at Jules. I would love to spend maybe a whole entire week down there. Like Thane just did 4 days underwater. I'd love to do 3 to 7 days at Jules. I think that'd be amazing. You'll really get the impact of what it's like to stay underwater for that long a time in a habitat.
So are you saying that's your expensive one?
No, that's my affordable one. Because that's relatively affordable.
Oh, okay.
Because if you, I think because it's easily doable. I could pay that and go down there.
Well, then, in that sense, I would also like to someday. This isn't something that more so I probably will do at some point in my life, hopefully sooner rather than later. But get scuba certified.
Yeah, once again, that's a few $100 and you're good to go. So that's totally doable for you. Your biggest one would be passing the prerequisite tests to get into it as far as swimming and all that kind of stuff, which, yeah, I don't know how good of a swimmer you are. Is that your cat?
No.
But no. So yeah, my big one obviously is, and I'm not even going as big as you are. My big one is just to get the habitat built and in the water. That's my big one, just because it's going to be quite a bit of money. But it is still an achievable yet expensive goal, one I cannot do by myself financially. So it's big enough, but still it's doable.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is doable, and it's probably doable in your lifetime, our lifetime. But yeah, it's a little bit more expensive too. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. No,
Yes, like Marty said, I love diving. My pulse slows down, my breathing is better, and there's a calming around me. 100% agree. Like I said multiple times, being underwater is the most peace I've ever had in my whole entire life. There's just something about it. I've got a book behind me, right there, that white one right there on the end. Anyway, it talks. I haven't read it yet, but basically the whole premise is that it talks about how the ocean, how water, it is therapeutic in so many different ways, and it's one of my goals is to get that thing read here pretty soon. But yeah, there's nothing like it. Even to the pressure too. It's almost like it hugs you. So there's there's I don't know. There's a lot of psychological, I think, that goes into it. When I think the book probably covers as well. But yes, it's if you can get certified, because I know, like my brother-in-law, I've talked to him, and he's concerned about taking the mask off underwater. That's going to be an issue for him. But if you can get past that, and man, there's nothing like it. It's great. What are you doing? What's those noises over there?
It's my kids running around upstairs, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, obviously I've never gone scuba diving, but I almost relate it to like say like you have like a body of water to yourself, whether it's like a pool or something like that, and you just float there, and like there's no one splashing and stuff around you, and you're just like, it's just like calm water, and you're just like kind of floating, like doing a back float or whatever. Even that's like relaxing, just being like on water and just kind of like kicking back and just like everything's off of your body and stuff, and you're kind of just like chill.
I think I think it all goes with the aspect of water and the calming nature of water in and of itself. There's a power in the calmness of water. And as Marcus said, try Discovery Cove and do a sea walk. I've never done that. I'd be down. I think that'd be kind of cool.
What's Discovery Cove?
So it's a place where, and if it's what I'm talking about, they have like these little scooters you kind of like sit on with like these helmets that fit over top of you. You've seen it before. And you can just yeah. If I'm thinking, if that's what Marty's talking about. Yep. So yeah, 100%. That would be a good one for you, Adam, because that doesn't require scuba certification or anything.
I can just be a little scooter.
Yeah, that gets you underwater. It gets you, a safer, easier way to get underwater. So yeah, you maybe should try that. This Discovery Cove. Can you click OK so we don't have to see your cookies?
Oh, do you want to see my cookies? Oh, here we go. The Sea Venture.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So you're not on a scooter. You're just walking around. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of animals do you get to... What kind of animals can you touch while you're down there?
That's your goal for 2022. You and your family need to go there, and we can do a live with you from there.
I just have my cell phone out in front of me underwater. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
I'd be one of those things that once my kids are older, I think would be pretty cool. Starting at $34? That's really not bad. Wow. Scuba certification is not required, and all participants must be at least 10 years of age. Man. Swim with sharks? They don't look very big.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can still mark some stuff off your list there.
Yeah.
You can go feed rays while you're there. Dude, you can mark some of the things off.
I haven't fed stingrays before, but I've petted stingrays. At the Omaha Zoo.
Like Marty says, snails, and you can find some sharks behind a plexiglass walk. So yeah. And even if for not you, for other people who may be watching this now or later, or wherever like that, might be something cool to do in 2022. Put it on your bucket list.
We can mingle with the flamingos, it says.
Yeah, I'm not a big flamingo fan.
I'm not a big fan of birds that walk around like that.
But yeah. So anyway, as we're getting other people in here, we're talking about your small and your affordable ocean-based wish list gift and your large unaffordable one, obtainable, but maybe that doesn't have to be obtainable. I put that
your lottery winner goal.
Yep, your whale.
Marty says he'd watch it if I was live streaming.
Glenn.
That's funny.
Glenn's bringing the jokes again tonight. But no. So yeah. But I think that, except for Glenn, just because his is more of a physical limitation than anything. I think that all these are very achievable, even the large ones. It's all a priority based thing, and following your dreams, following your passions. Just do it. Absolutely, Chris. That's one of the things I've been looking for too. Is, man, there's so many websites out there that sell islands. I don't know if you want to buy one or if you just want to visit one, but man, there's some good ones out there. If you want a really small one, that aren't that expensive in the scheme of things too. Obviously, they don't have anything on them. Ooh, that would be nice too. My only concern with the yacht, similar with an underwater habitat, even though that's what I'm trying to do here, is the space thing. I think as humans, we need more space and need to be able to move around. And I think you have to eventually stretch your legs per se and get out. And being stuck on a yacht indefinitely without having a tropical island, which I guess if you had both of them, then you'd be set. You go stretch your land legs every once in a while and just relax and then spend the rest of your days on your yacht. That'd be ideal. Or throwing a plug out there, if you've been seeing what ocean builders are doing, get one of their sea pods. Then you got your land, your water, and then your ferry between them. All three of those. Get the trifecta effect. What you looking up there, Adam?
As you were talking, I was looking to see what places here in South Dakota have scuba training and stuff. And then it led me to their store, and scuba equipment can get kind of spendy.
Yes, it can.
What's a NAUI?
I don't know what the acronym stands for, but yeah.
Well, I bet Glenn would. Glenn, what is NAUI?
Platform to build from down and out. Absolutely. And thank you, Chris, for chiming in here and throwing that in there. I don't think you've commented in here before either, so appreciate you taking some time. And so your platform to build, what would that look like? What's in your head? What's that look like? Check out
UMA
on
YouTube.
But don't bring it up, Adam. I want to get copyright flagged again.
What? Well, it wasn't gonna.
Philip says they do scuba certifications in Aberdeen.
Oh, hey, Phil. Really? That's weird.
Where's Aberdeen? How far was that?
Aberdeen's like hour and a half, 2 hours, give or take.
Okay. I'm sure
hour and a half, I'd say.
I'm sure they're doing it down in Sioux Falls, too.
And for those of you who aren't South Dakotans, not a lot of places to go scuba diving around here. And it's also like winter 9 months of the year.
And that's why, but when I was up in Illinois, I just never used my scuba diving because it's like, unless I want to go to the Midwest, like Marty's saying, when I was living in Illinois, it was quarries or go over to Missouri and there's some places there. Yeah. See that. And Philip says they used to do the lake.
First of all, his name's Phil. Don't call him Philip. I know that's his name.
Well, it says Philip Schwartz. I'm being
Phil.
Well,
it's Phil.
All right, Phil.
They used to do them here in what? That's weird. I guess I never knew that. Been here all my life. Never knew that. Not that before this project I was ever really interested in scuba, but
Yeah. Marty, I got certified in a quarry in Alabama, actually. So yeah.
Is that the one that you took your niece to?
Same one, yeah.
Same one.
I agree. I have zero desire to do a cave dive. I think that would shoot.
There's too many horror stories around cave diving.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that I don't like the idea of it. I don't think it'd be calming. I don't think it'd be fun. So,
here's the thing about my anxiety, because I get bad anxiety quite a bit. I get anxiety if like I'm in a vehicle that I'm not driving, because I have to feel the need that I can leave. and that I can get out of something. So it's like, say like I'm on a bus with a bunch of people going somewhere. That gives me anxiety because I'm not in control of it, and therefore it's like I don't feel like I can leave. So therefore, the thought of going down into a cave and having a high chance of getting stuck freaks me out. I don't know if you could pay me enough to do it.
Like Chris says, yeah, there's a few places with drop-offs. Yeah, so I also thought about that too. Actually, when I was first starting to draw and stuff like that and design, I envisioned having an island that had, like, you would come to first and have like an underwater like dock for like a submersible because of stuff along those lines. But yeah, I wouldn't have a sheer drop-off like that. You totally could. And then you could really even have topside access through the island itself to the habitat. So yeah. That's cool. I didn't think about that, but yeah. Like Marty said, it was nerve-wracking. I bet. I agree. I say it makes me anxious just thinking about it.
Oh, apparently in Sioux Falls you can get certified too. This is new to me. Huh. And Sioux Falls is only like an hour and a half away too, so
Did I say
that'd
Sioux
be
Falls?
Huh?
Did
You said I
Falls?
bet that you said I bet they do.
Oh,
And I was just looking,
okay.
and yeah, they do. It's a lot of like basically pool training is what
there
it
Glenn
is.
goes. National Association of Underwater Instructors.
Ah, okay.
And here's Glenn. I love cave diving. Teach their own. It's like mountain climbing and spelunking and stuff like that. Zero desire to do all that.
The thing about cave diving is, like, I always hear about how in order to do a lot of that, you have to remove your equipment to get through certain spots.
Sometimes, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Well, and when you get certified, you have to learn how to take a bunch of that stuff off anyway and put it back on. So you got to get used to it either way. Chris, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We had, it's been a year or so ago, we had Tony Olson, who's working on a floating, basically giant seastead of a sort. And he was looking at seamounts that, shallow seamounts underwater for that whole purpose of anchoring a floating city per se too. So yeah. Marty said he'd much rather jump out of a Seahawk into the ocean or from a boat or a platform.
What's a Seahawk other than a football team from Seattle?
But that's what he means.
I'd rather just jump off of Russell Wilson and jump into the
Marty's
ocean.
throwing some of his military talk out there is what he's doing.
Okay. Well, I thought he was talking about like Marshawn Lynch, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, those guys. Apparently, so Brendan, maybe did you, when you were here, did you ever go to that quarry that's not too far from?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently that's a place too that you can go. I thought they closed it down, but I guess
we went out there. I guess you weren't with us, but yeah, we went out there.
No, I've never been to that quarry, and that's okay. Huh? Man, I'm just learning all kinds of stuff about my state right now. South Dakota. We're pretty cold, is our state logo.
Okay. It's Navy Blackhawk. I thought it was a chopper, but I don't want to say it didn't look like an idiot. So
I'm still sticking with the football team.
Okay. But yeah. Chris, you got some good ideas, man.
Chris, are you part of our Discord? You should be.
Yeah. You need to jump in there.
Are all you guys a part of our Discord? You should get in there.
I know Marty is. I think about half the people in here are.
I think Glenn signed up for it. I just don't know if he's ever posted.
Yeah, it looks like we got people on all the channels in here watching. So yeah, if you guys aren't, it's in the. Let me drop it in.
Get all up in it.
Yeah. Let me drop that link in here real fast. We need you guys in there so we can have some good conversations. There you go. There you go, Chris. There you go, guys. Jump on that link and let me know if it doesn't work. It should work.
Crosby Mines.
Like Bill Cosby?
Crosby. Like Bing Crosby.
Instructions in the Navy, try to take off gear, but in civil life, yeah. I mean, the most we had to do is we had to take our arm out of the BCD and like let it swing over and then put it all back on.
While you're submerged?
Well, yes. You got to take your mask off. You got to take your regulator out. You got to take all your stuff off, put it all back on, and put it all back on. I have no problem doing it. I just have a problem when people are watching me do it. If I do it on my own, I'll be fine. But I get anxious when people are watching me do it. Well, Glenn, I was 1 year old, so. And I can hear our Discord hopping over here.
Yep. Chris joined us.
Cool.
Boy, Chris.
Yeah, we got some people. They're pretty active in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's Chris. Cool, man. Thanks for joining us. What's this? Was there an 8-week course, 2 nights? Are you asking? No, there was not. I don't remember how long it was. It was like the first time it was a couple-week course. And then with my niece that redid it, it was like 2 days. That's cool. You're good. We're not doing anything in there right now anyway. But yeah, I think you already joined anyway, Marty. If I remember right. Anyway, guys.
BCDs were a new item. Mine was an 8-week course. Nazns.
And now with that new thing they're showing off at DEMA, BCDs may be a thing in the future. And actually, we're talking about that right now in Discord. About
thing of the future or thing of the past?
Past, sorry. About that. So try to figure out. I'm thinking it's going to be more like rebreathers where standard people are still going to use your standard divers are still going to use your BCDs. But people who are more advanced or want to go through the extra training and stuff will use the new BCD-less tanks. I will not be using them for quite some time. And that's the discourse in Discord.
Discourse in Discord.
But yeah, right now. I was going to say something, I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, yeah. But anyway. But so everybody that's in here, so as we've been talking about, the next couple of weeks, we're not going to be live, but we're going to re-air old episodes. And then that last week of the year, we'll hop back in here. I'm going to recap 2021, what our projections were, how far we missed our mark, because we missed a lot of this stuff, what we're shooting for 2022, and lay out plans for 2022, and go over a couple different things that are going on. I don't know if I got asked to be on a podcast or a webcast or something like that with one guy. I'm not sure when that's going down. I've got a big meeting coming. Well, not a big meeting, but I got a meeting coming up in January. I'll discuss. We got a bunch of stuff going down. 2020 is going to be a busy year, I think. What's Phil saying?
When I went to Mexico in March, I could have taken a course in Aberdeen for $500 and then taken the second part in Mexico to get certified.
Now, with that, were you going to have to pay again in Mexico, or was that included in that? Because, yeah, a lot of them will do that. You'll do all the like pool work and the other work there, and then your open certification has to be somewhere else, whether it's a quarry or whether it's the open ocean or whatever it is.
So is open water? So like say, or does...
Yeah, even though I got certified in a quarry, it's still considered open water.
So you don't need any special training for going in the ocean.
No. It just then that's however many dives you get on top of that. Right. Then you can, you can do different stuff, or you can take other stuff if you want to do like nitrox or what of that. I like how Glenn is answering for Phil.
Yeah,
were you two together or something on that one?
People and everything never set it up.
Yeah, I say it all depends.
That's not bad. $500.
I mean, I'm sure you would have had to pay for your trip to Mexico or something like that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it's not.
But
I was was to say, if I could get scuba certified and I get a trip to Mexico all for $500, yeah, I'm taking that. I'm taking that deal pretty quick.
I don't know. I have zero. It's going to be a hard day before I go back to Mexico. No.
Okay, but you also were in rougher parts of Mexico. It's not
I was tainted at a young age.
You weren't you were like Juarez and Tijuana and stuff. The trip was actually. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, if anybody can find a Groupon that's just like that has your scuba certification and a trip to Mexico all for $500, I'm down.
I wanted an all expense paid trip to a resort in Mexico and still didn't take it. So
wait, what? You won one?
You don't remember this? Let's get one more he's got. Yes. I bet that was cute.
When did you win a trip to Mexico?
Oh man, I don't know. This is why when I was in IT, I went out to a conference in California, and the whole thing was you put your business card in, and whoever they pull wins I think it's a 3-day trip to. Oh, where was it? It's on the Pacific side. I can't remember where it was. Anyway, and you got you stay at the owner of the place, his resort. He come down on his boat, take you out deep sea fishing and all this kind of stuff. And I won it. And so I'm walking back, and my friend, my boss, is with me. He's like, of all the people in here who they could have won it, he's the last person who wants this trip. So I ended up giving it to him, and so he went on it.
But it was just for you, though. Or
Nope.
I didn't know if it was like you and a guest.
Oh yeah. I think I could take a guess. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say then that wouldn't have been so bad. You could have taken me, jerk.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on a boat with me? Go deep sea fishing?
But no.
I don't think deep sea fishing would be my thing. I know a lot of people like think it's really cool, and I'm sure it's probably fun for people that are into like that. But it's just like I live in an outdoors land where people who love the outdoors love living here. I'm not much of that kind of thing. Like people love hunting and fishing here, and I don't do either one. So nothing against it. It's just not my thing. I like fishing once in a while, but I don't eat fish, so it's like it kind of defeats the purpose.
I'm also not a big fan of the Pacific, especially it's along those lines. So there is that too.
Now you're just being an oceanist.
But anyway, whatever, Adam. Whatever.
I'm getting so tired of your crap.
Anybody else got any wish list items out there? Anything they want to go over? Here's Chris has got something. Thoughts on building underwater complex at the cost of 1 MS to walk from land to a new construction? Yeah. So absolutely, you totally could. My whole thing was and I think that obviously people will do that. Because you're trying to find that way to, once again, barriers and not have people get wet because you want them to be able to just easily go from point A to point B. But at the same time, then it's easy access. Once again, I think that the nice thing about this is there's going to be all different types of habitats out there in the coming future. Some will be that, some won't. I always thought it'd be nice to be, for some people, they're going to want that anonymity and being out there and not be attached to anything. But yeah, I think there actually would probably be some cost savings by doing it that way and having it attached to land going out to the ocean too, because then, yeah, you're going to save a lot, because otherwise, how are you going to get down there? You're either going to have to have a tunnel to get down there, like you're saying, or you're going to have an elevator, or you're going to have a submersible that takes you out there. All of which are a different costs. But yeah, that's something to talk about too. Yeah, rebreather would be nice. A floating island. So basically like the seasteaders and what they're doing. I'd like to do the rebreather course. I think that'd be fun to get certified and to be able to use a rebreather.
So,
but again,
explain to me what a rebreather is now?
So basically, when you dive, you have all those bubbles that come out.
Yep.
Which means you're wasting an awful lot of oxygen from your tank because you only suck in so much of that oxygen, only percentage of that. The rest are just getting kicked out into the ocean. So what the rebreather does is all the air comes back around. So you have 2 tubes. It comes back into a tank in the back, then mixes it, filters it, and so you keep that. So you're able to stay down for a whole lot longer. Plus, for the wildlife, they're not getting spooked by all the bubbles and stuff along those lines too. So it's a dual purpose thing. Some people use it, especially photographers and stuff, like to have it so they're not scaring off the life with their bubbles. And same thing, like military likes it because of the covertness of it. You can't see your bubbles above the surface either.
That makes sense, then. Okay. Now explain to me like I'm 4. No, I'm kidding.
No bubbles.
No bubbles.
That's right. Yeah, once you pose, Chris, once you pose that question in the under the habitat structure section, so we can discuss that in there. It'd be a good line of talking. Get some people's other input on the thing.
Talking points. Let's give them something to talk about.
Give something to talk about. Something else. You know, I haven't talked to Babe in a while. I need to get him back on too.
Yeah.
Got a wish. A shipyard floating at sea to construct things in international waters. Use things mined at sea. Yeah. So the mine at sea. So you're looking at like underwater mining. Is that what you're talking about, or construct things? You know, I think the big draw to underwater, whether it's ocean, anything ocean, either it's above or under, is getting out in the international waters. I think once we're able to achieve that at a cost, that's definitely going to change some things. I don't think the governments of the world are really going to like that happening.
Right.
Because that's definitely going to take a bunch of that. It's like anything. That's why, you know, cryptocurrencies and stuff like that are talking about getting regulated, because it's out of the hands of the government, and they don't want to lose that power. And try not to get political here. It's just like,
but it's common sense.
It is. You know, I'm always a big proponent of doing data centers underwater. You get those data centers out past where there's no control, and what you put on those data centers are not going to be regulated by anyone. So you can put pretty much any data on there at that point in time, and nobody can really say much about it. So there's a big draw for that, I think. And anything, you get past tariffs, you get past taxes, and it's much more profitable. That's why I think that the ocean is going to be colonized by the businesses and not so much by the residential market. Glenn's like, I know divers, they have special talents for security.
Are you referring to
exactly
like killers?
And those, it's kind of like Taken. He's got those special talents.
I'm starting to worry about Glenn a little bit.
But
First, he was offering to have you come to his place to build something, and now he knows people that could make you go missing.
I need to put you on like my Life 360 or something like that, so you know where I'm at all times. You see my phone out in the middle of the ocean, you don't hear from me. Glenn, I did not say anything good.
He's gonna have like, hey, weird, you're on the internet.
But no, and once again, it's one of those things where, I'm on a couple different Facebook groups that, with commercial divers, and they're always looking for work. And I think that's the one thing that this is going to definitely open up is whatever they talk about the blue revolution. And I definitely think that this is going to open up so many more jobs and so many more opportunities for people. And that's one of the things I was just driving today. I was thinking about every day we don't get this made. It's one less day that we're first off, we're not being one of the first ones out there doing it. And other people can come around to do it. But also that jobs are not getting made and people are working and doing this. It's one of those things where if I played the lottery, I wish I would win just so I could start the sucker and get it built. The firm that, sorry, Glenn, I never did respond to you on this one, but the firm in Houston that I talked to, he just shot me the email, which I told you last time. I forgot to respond to him, so he shot me another one, and I talked to him a little bit, back and forth emails, and he's asking where we're at and how we're doing with the project and stuff along those lines. So I was filling them in. And yeah, Glenn.
Don't get
Marty.
Brendan started on Sequest.
100%. We're well beyond the time frame now. We should have already had Sequest in the water. At this rate, it's going to be in the cornfields of Iowa by the time we get this thing built. And I can't. 2032 is going to be creeping up on us, and I can't have that happening.
Cornfields of Iowa. Is that some sort
in
of
2032? Sequest ends up in the cornfields of Iowa because the aliens put it back there.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert. I haven't watched it yet.
You're not going to watch it anyway. You tried to one time.
I did watch the first episode.
Yeah. The 1.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Absolutely. Yep. I say, that's why the design we're working with is, I say agnostic, and that throws people off, but it's versatile enough that it can be used for residential or it can be used for business, so that that all they can coincide. You can have your business and your residential right there, or you can have them separate and still tied together. It's been over the years, it has been evolved into the position where it is the designs it is today, where I think that it will be the most cost-effective way to move forward, as well as allowing a habitat to grow as needed. I know I'm not doing it justice by explaining it, but yeah. And I say I'm open to talk about it. It's just, yeah. Second Seat episode 1 is good too. Yeah, it's all right. That's where you start. That's the one. Is that what the Gelfs, genetically engineered life forms?
Okay, I'm really glad that you explained that very quickly.
Because
if I would have typed that into Google without you saying anything, I would have came across some stuff that I wasn't going to want to see.
Yeah, with Dagwood and everything. It started getting very sci-fi at that point in time. So if you really like the first season and the grounded sci-fi aspect of it, the second and third season definitely went way further in the sci-fi realm. The second season got a little weird, and the third season tried to correct itself a little bit, and they got canceled. So, but you got anything to add here, Adam? I just feel like I'm just rambling at this point in time.
Just been kind of like, we've had a lot of interaction, right? So it's been kind of nice.
We have.
Sit back.
Yeah, for an impromptu one, we've had some of the better interactions out of this, for me not overthinking it for once. Huh. And yeah, Marty, I agree. First season is the best. But my problem with talking too much about Sequest is people then think, oh, well, you're just a bunch of sci-fi nerds and you're not going to do anything. Anyway, hey, good night, Glenn. Hey, thanks for chiming in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you, man. And if we don't talk to you beforehand, have a Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
I think you're talking about ABBA there.
The band?
Yeah.
Weird.
But no, hey, Chris, man, yeah, definitely. I'm curious to talk to you more about this, in chat. I think you got some, it sounds like you've been thinking about this and got some good ideas. But yeah, guys. Yeah. So stay tuned. After Christmas, in that week between Christmas and New Year's, we'll have an episode. I don't know if we'll do a Tuesday night or not. We'll figure it out. Well, Santa plays a lotto? That seems kind of, why does he need to play the lotto? He's Santa.
Where's he going to get all that money?
Oh, well, slave labor. Sweatshops. Isn't that what the North Pole is?
I don't know if they sweat too much in the North Pole.
Yeah. Dude, for somebody that's been on the snow, you still sweat when you're out in the snow.
That's how you get sick, by the way.
Yes, it is. Anyway.
I had to actually shovel some snow today, by the way.
All right, Marty, man. Once again, you too, man. Merry Christmas. Have a good one. Elves, Google them. Why don't you go ahead and run down our stuff here?
Oh, is that what you want me to do, my guy?
I mean,
right.
if you'd like, I'd appreciate it.
I'd like to. All right, guys. You know the drill. ASC Beep, boop, boop. That's where you can find all of our social medias. Also, some more info and resources to other, if you're into this kind of thing, there's other recommendations out there on our resources page. So check that out. But yeah, all of our social medias right there. Same with our Discord. We put that link in there a little bit ago. But check that out. ASCcolony.com/merch. That's where you can get yourself some last-minute Christmas gifts for the ones that you love. Even if you don't love them, you could still get them a gift.
And I'll tell you what. So the bookstore, we ordered some of the teddy bears with the logos and stuff on it. Those teddy bears are high quality. They're actually really nice teddy bears.
Really?
Yeah, they're actually pretty good for $20. Hey, good night, Chris. Good night, Marty. Good night, everybody. The teddy bears are like amazing quality, and the shirts are actually pretty decent quality too. So for $20, it was a pretty decent buy, honestly.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there's teddy bears, there's pajamas, there's kids' clothes, adult clothes, there's mugs, there's thermoses, there's mouse pads. There's a little bit of everything there. So all different types of designs. Yeah. So check it out. And 2 ways you guys can help us out. All right. You ready for actually 3 ways. The first 2 are, if you have a single time donation you want to do, you can do a Cash App at Atlanta Sea Colony, $ Atlanta Sea Colony. Otherwise, you can do what, Elon Musk and Peter Thiel started, PayPal. Right? It was those 2, right?
Yeah,
okay.
You're right.
Thank you. PayPal.me/Atlanta Sea Colony. Like I said, those work good for if you just want to do a one-time donation. Otherwise, we have our Patreon, and you can go there at patreon.com/Atlanta Sea Colony, and we have our patrons down there: Brian Acosta, S. Babe Hyde, Matthew Cathy, and Martin Reese. So thank you guys for your support there. With that, you can do like a $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever. Whatever tickles your budget, tickles your fancy, whatever works out best for you guys. So do that if you can. If you want to wait the first of the year because of the holidays, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. It's cool.
And the nice thing about the patrons is that's your top tier way of supporting us, in my opinion, because it gives you a little bit more insight. You get VIP access, and you get VIP access in Discord as well, because you get the specialized voice chat rooms. That you can get in there and chat with us and stuff like that. And that's the only place, voice-wise, we're ever at is in there. What are you smiling about?
I was just rereading some of the comments because I was on the other tab there for a second.
Yeah, Marty. So yeah, the Patreon is definitely it's those people who we've had patrons come and go. That's cool. Maybe it's only a 1 month or 2 month or something along those lines. I'm humble that people do it.
Every bit helps.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are seeing the passion. You're seeing the vision, and you're partnering with us on that, and I appreciate that. It helps us do this because it takes time. It didn't, but usually it takes time to prepare this and get the show up and running, and it helps pay for that as well as marketing and other stuff we do.
Yeah, and it's one of those things you got to invest a little bit to try to gain more of a following and try to attract the right eyes and all that. So every little bit helps, and we appreciate all of that. So having said that, if we don't do another live before Christmas, we want to wish you guys Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. We'll probably be on before New Year.
That's what I said. The week before, I've said that multiple times. The week between Christmas and New Year's, we'll be on here.
We'll be on here before. We'll be on here at least one more time before 2022. So until then, guys, stay safe. If you're in the snowier areas, be even safer. Stay warm. If you're where Brendan lives, then you're probably all right. So, if you're getting cold with 55-degree weather, loser. Anyways, guys, stay safe.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that stuff, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Bye.